Module 10, Alternative Assessment. Alternative assessment is a way to directly evaluate learners' language skills. A paper-pencil test shows knowledge about the language. Alternative assessment shows learners' ability to use the language. There are many reasons for using alternative assessment techniques. With alternative assessment, learners make real use of the target language, in this case English, for an actual purpose. Learners demonstrate the things that they have learned in class. Learners take responsibility for and self-direct some of their own learning. Learners' motivation to learn and use the target language may increase, and alternative assessment provides an opportunity to directly display student progress to others in the school and community and to family members. Module Focus, Introduction. The focus in Module 10 is on 4 different kinds of alternative assessment: self-record keeping, peer feedback and assessment, portfolios, and performance assessment. Some other common forms of alternative assessment are observations, conferencing, and dialogue or learning journals.
So Kenshi and Midori and Yutaka, if you guys could come up here for just a second.
Here you see 2 examples of teachers working with small subsets of students while the rest of the class completes tasks on their own.
Can you tell me about this chart?
Note that nearly anything that you use for a task in class can also be used as an authentic assessment so long as it's accompanied by appropriate assessment criteria.
What do you know about this right here?
Number 1, viewing points, self-record keeping. Video segment number 1. One form of alternative assessment is to have students keep track of their own work. For example, students can track progress on charts similar to these. Students mark the chart when they have finished their work and turned in an assignment. Guidelines for student work can also be posted on the wall. Such guidelines set clear expectations for assignments and for the tracking process. Number 2, viewing points, peer feedback and assessment. Learners can also correct each other's work. They can read each other's writing assignments and listen to each other's oral assignments. They can give feedback on content, on work that is in process, and on the end product. A more proficient student can help correct the work of a student with less proficiency. Older students can help correct the work of younger students. Video segment number 2. For peer feedback to be effective, the teacher must give clear guidelines to the students. They must know exactly what they are looking for and how to give feedback on it. Look for the teacher's instructions and expectations, the types of materials students are using, the atmosphere in the classroom, and the ways in which students work together. Also ask yourself, what is the job or role of the teacher in this activity, and what is each student's job?
Right now I'd like you guys, thank you, to tell your partner. So Michelle, can you move up here with Maria? No, keep your pencils down. Raquel, put your pencil down right now. You're just telling the story to your partner. Next. Siguiente. They rented a large, well, first they rented a little house. Write that one down. If you're ready, you guys can write it.
A little house in large canoe.
Good.
Sunny one.
Espera. Go ahead, Jenny.
Sunny.
Wait, no, don't just say sunny. Give me a sentence.
Oh.
The day.
Oh, the day is sunny.
So what did they do? Because the day was sunny. What did they do?
Oh, right.
Yeah, we're in a car.
No, there's boat.
What's the boat called?
Canoe. Because I don't know the what.
Canoe.
Oh, canoe.
Okay, they went for a ride in a
Right.
canoe. Okay, now try it again. Otra vez, Raquel.
Todo.
Tú sola, sí. So you're just gonna listen. You need to listen to her. Okay, and help her.
Okay.
One family,
You guys ready to write?
one camping,
Yeah.
north
You can write it.
of character life,
And
Yeah.
in of weekend,
Yep.
a little house, a large canoe,
Yep.
one day,
Sunshine.
sunny,
Yeah. A
a canoe,
canoe ride.
coat, phone, $1 million in
Yeah.
coin.
Summary. In this class, the teacher gave clear instructions for grouping, for the work she expected them to do together, and the amount of time they would have for it. The teacher's job was to set parameters, to act as timekeeper, and to serve as a resource expert when needed. She circulated quietly around the room as students worked. Each student's job was to stay on task with his or her partner, to work quietly and courteously, and to ask for help from the teacher or from other students nearby as needed. Number 3 viewing points, portfolios. A portfolio is a collection of student work. Portfolios can be an effective way for students to bring some or all of their work together in one place. The students themselves are responsible for putting items in their portfolios. With portfolios, students, teachers, and parents can see student work and progress. Portfolios can be used for classes of any size, age, or language level. Video segment number 3. Portfolios can stay in simple bins or boxes, or, as in this high school classroom, students can use large notebooks or binders to keep all their work in one place. The binders can stay in the classroom, or students can take them home. Students know to have their binders with them at the beginning of every class. Most of the students' written work stays in the binders. By the end of the term, the binders are complete portfolio collections of the students' work for that period of time.
Their homework is to take their binders and review their vocabulary. And on occasion, if there's not time to write the story in class, the homework is to write the story. And that's the nice thing about setting up the binder is that it becomes sort of this one awesome reference because they can go back into their vocabulary section, look for a word, and then plug it into the story.
Summary. With portfolios, students can see their own progress. Teachers can use them to give formative feedback and assign summative grades. And parents and school officials can access them to see evidence of students' progress. For portfolios to be effective, it is important that students know the criteria or guidelines for creating and maintaining a good portfolio. Models can be helpful. See the manual for examples of portfolio management resources. Number 4, viewing points, performance assessment. Video segment number 4. With performance assessment, the teacher assigns the task, often one that involves the use of multiple language skills. At the same time, the teacher gives the criteria for a good performance. When students perform, the teacher and other students evaluate and then afterwards give constructive feedback on strengths and on areas that need improvement. As you watch the following 2 performances, decide what criteria you and/or your students might use to evaluate the work. Also ask yourself, what is the job or the role of the teacher in this activity? What responsibilities do the performers have? And what responsibilities do students in the audience have?
Excellent.
Step forward for science, a new era for medical science,
Okay.
improving healthcare, saving millions of dollars for employers and insurance, identifying an individual's lifetime risk of dangerous diseases.
I have a question about number 3.
Yes.
What do you think?
It's
Point number 3, saving millions of dollars for employers and insurance was a step
Yes.
forward for science or backward for civil rights?
Backward for science.
Okay, can you explain why? Well, he has it in the wrong column, so you can help him explain why. Why should it be on the other side? It was given as an example for what?
Because applicants may be rejected from India.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent, because applicants may be rejected. This point belongs to backward for civil rights. Okay, go on, Beth.
As a step backward for civil rights, a new frontier for potential discrimination, discrimination against employees in hiring and promotion, unequal opportunity for jobs, genetic information can be used against people, and denying one's right to compensation in work incidents.
Excellent. Excellent, okay.
Dear daughters, I'm grown up now. I'm more than 8 years old of age. So I decided to take no further part in this government of this country. I'm going to divide my kingdom among you according to love for me.
Dear father, I love you more than words could tell. You are dearer to me than the light of my own eyes, dearer than life itself.
Such talk is easy to pretend, where there is no real love, but the king was delighted to hear it. So he gave Gonril 1/3 of his kingdom.
Sweet lady, I don't understand why you have lost the love of your father. Your goodness worth more than a kingdom. Say goodbye to your sisters and your father. So go with me and be my queen and rule over a fairer kingdom.
Summary. The first example showed an advanced level class with representative members from a group, giving academic oral reports on their findings. The second was an intermediate level class performing an act from an abridged version of Shakespeare's play, King Lear. Teacher and student roles, along with evaluation criteria, will differ depending on the task, student's age, language level, and so on. However, some criteria for evaluation might include how well the students prepared for the task or performance, feedback on specific language skills, for example, pronunciation, fluency, writing of the notes or script, and so on. How well the performers delivered the report or play in terms of clarity, loudness, speed, eye contact, body language, and opening and closing statements. See the manual for sample checklists, scales, and scoring guides for performance assessment. Module focus, summary. The focus of Module 10 has been on 4 kinds of alternative assessment: self-record keeping, peer feedback and assessment, portfolios, and performance assessment. It takes practice to learn to do alternative assessment effectively. However, success can lead to more actual student use of the target language, more motivated students taking more responsibility for their own learning, and the ability to show others direct evidence of student progress. See the manual for readings and more information on this and other topics related to alternative assessment.